What's going on, y'all? Certified Junction. It's your boy Sherm out here with a very special return guest.
Yeah.
Today we're here with Tone. How you feeling, brother?
Feeling good, bro. Feel good to be back.
Hell
sure.
yeah. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate
Feel
you,
good
man.
to be back.
So for those who don't know you, man, can you just let us know who you are and what you do?
Tone Royal, Antonio Royal, real estate investor, mentor, serial entrepreneur. That's pretty much it. We flip, build, wholesale. Got a nice rental portfolio. And we help a lot of people in the community and outside of communities, other states that just want to flip houses or get the proper knowledge of how to really take off and scale their business.
Right.
But yeah, that's it, man.
So does that entail you actually physically going out of state, or do you just kind of do like a remote session? Like, all right, this is what you want to look for. These are the things in your market that you want to keep an eye out for.
Bro, they've been flying here.
Wow.
They've been flying here.
Damn.
I done got hotel connections with the hotels for the clients that come in town. They've been flying here, and some of them actually came out here. I got 4 out of state: California, New Jersey, Atlanta, Baltimore, and New York. They're all doing houses in Virginia now.
That's crazy. That's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
So from where we were back in 2019 when we did the first interview to now, what all has changed, man, as far as in your life, as far as your portfolio, real estate, I mean everything. I mean it's a crazy market now.
Everything changed, bro. Life has definitely changed for me. It definitely changed for others. Family, friends, clients. Everything has changed since then. The growth, I scaled my business dramatically since then. Really learned a lot. And just added more to my sauce. Definitely started teaching. I know I wasn't really getting into teaching and doing too many classes and stuff back then. So it's when the pandemic had came and, a lot of people I was getting flooded with DMs like, yo, you should do classes, you should do consultations. Right. I was like, yo, I'm not trying to do that. Everybody kept telling me to do it. So I just dabbled in it a little bit. But when the pandemic came, I had really took it serious because I seen that it was a lot of people really going through a lot of different, different stuff due to the pandemic. Right. So that's when I really jumped out there. It's like, yo, I'm gonna really turn people up and really give them the proper knowledge so they can go out here and start making some extra money. Because when that came, a lot of people was panicking, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I was like, shit. So I took that moment and I realized I can really help people that's in need. A lot of people was getting laid off around that time, but they had extra funds and they was trying to figure out what was going to be their next move. So, the pandemic did make a lot of people hustlers. It made a lot of people go out there and actually start and do different things when it had happened. So 2020, 2021, I really scaled the coaching and the mentorship programs that I was offering.
Okay, that's dope. Yeah, and like you said, everybody in that time period at least was like, okay, let me find a different way to make money. Let me see what I can do with this extra money to make more money. You know what I'm saying? It made people think outside the box as far as how they're gonna do business as usual or just do something completely different.
It helped a lot. It helped a lot. I was surprised at the impact that I got from, really coaching and teaching people. I'm like, yo, these people really out here taking off. You know what I'm saying? So once I seen the effect of it, and the impact that people is really able to grow and really start other businesses in the middle of a life crisis that none of us have been through. It was dope. That was dope for sure.
Yeah,
that was dope.
And it's fire because a lot of people, they get knowledge and they hold on to it. You know what I'm saying? They retain it, and I feel like my personal philosophy at least is knowledge is to be shared. It's not something that should be hoarded. With exception, obviously you don't want to give everybody this is everything that I do and give everybody literally your blueprint, you know what I'm saying? Because you still have to eat, you still have to provide for your family. Yeah. But the fact that you're willing to divulge knowledge on how to invest, where to invest, how to flip a house, all those things, that's dope, you know what I'm saying? Because that helps other people too.
Probably 95% of my clients, I'm not trying to tear any major platforms down, but a lot of people have went to those major seminars or whatever the case may be, and they came to me and was like, bro, you're really trying to help me. You're really giving me everything I need. And I've been to a couple of those seminars that, I was like, man, it's cool to network and stuff like that, but people really want the information so they could take off. You know? It's like some of those seminars you just leave really motivated. And then you meet a few connections and stuff like that. But I said, if I give people the actual blueprint, my blueprint, I wasn't teaching nothing that wasn't working for me already. Right. I only could show you what I know and what I'm doing. And it started working for other people in other states, I was like, okay, I got something good going on here. Like they was calling me back, like, yo, I'm on my second house. I'm on my first house. Yo, I'm at closing. I'm at this. I'm like, okay. But most importantly, my business started to grow more as I helped others. My blessings start to get bigger as I helped others. You know what I'm saying? So just giving out that proper knowledge and really helping people. Next thing you know, my stuff started like blowing up. So I know in the pandemic hit, I scaled my fix and flips from 3 to 4 houses. We actually did 10 houses a month.
God damn.
So
that's crazy.
Yeah, I had contractors working 3, 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. Like the deals was just coming.
But they was happy to do it though, because they're getting paid. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Like they eating good too.
For sure. We was all burnt out. We was all burnt out, bro. We were all burnt out. But like you said, that it was like the blessings just started to double. Yeah. And, you know, I just started, you know, really double down on knowledge and systems and scaling and, you know, how to really set up my business the way I can really take over.
No, that's dope though. So with all that being said, you know what I'm saying, you're doing the seminars, you're doing the classes. I mean, in 2021 or 2020/2021, we saw the lowest interest rates, I think, in our lives. You know, our lives at least that I've seen, that I've been paying attention to. Like 2.25 is our refinance for. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I ain't touching that. You know what I'm saying? I'm leaving it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna touch it. I'm gonna turn it into a rental property and then just go from there. But
yeah, we worked hard that year.
I believe it. We
couldn't keep nothing on the market. They was coming in so fast. The interest rates were so low, bro. Like I had houses literally, like I had 16 to 22 offers on a house within 3-4 hours. Like my realtor was like, yo, what the fuck? I'm sitting like, we smashing the market though. Like, you know, we doing like, so we throwing 5 to 7 houses on the market at a time. Yeah. Offers, stuff coming in, 20K over list price, 15K over list price, 30K over list price. Damn. Just because the interest rates was so low.
Yeah, they just want to get their hands on the property.
So what happened was, I'll tell you how the influx came. So the influx came, we were attacking absentee-owned and tired landlords. So of course, the landlords in the scenario of that year, they had so many tenants that wasn't paying rent due to the COVID-19. You remember the
relief thing they were doing?
So nobody was paying rent, right?
Right.
All right, so boom. Landlords are panicking because they can't afford to start missing those payments that they're paying to their monthly mortgage. Right. Yo, when I tell you, I was just attacking landlords and we was going crazy. And we was buying houses and buying houses and buying houses. My lender was like, yo, don't stop. Like, don't stop. So I'm like compiling, like, it was times I was sitting here taking all my money just to go buy just more houses and more houses. So it was crazy. But that's how we really turned up, because it was so many people that was panicking. It was people that was losing their jobs that I was catching houses, like nice houses that me and you would live in for pennies on the dollar. They was just trying to get their money back, right? And they was gone. So we were catching houses for 100, 150,000 that sell for 350, 365. Damn. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about in rehabs it's like 20K. Yeah. And I'm still doing that right now. But still, that's when it all started happening. And I'm like, wow. Because when I left here the first time, I was having a good run. When COVID hit, I was like, yo, what the fuck?
It went crazy.
Right, because there was so many stipulations on showing houses. Like people had to mask up, it was like a lot. Even us buying houses and going to meet with sellers direct. Some of these sellers didn't want us in the house. So we couldn't get in there to do our renovation evaluation to look and see what we need to do. Right. So it was a hard time on us too.
So how did that work? Would you just tell them like, you know, can you like just send us pictures at least, or record a video like walking through the house?
Yeah. Okay. It was messy. Like we went from dealing with that, right, to the landlords was calling us trying to sell us houses. We're knocking on the door of the tenants that live in those homes. They're flipping out. One lady pulled a knife out on me, started crying. It's like, you're not gonna buy my house. I don't have nowhere else to go. I felt bad, so I just left it alone. Like I ain't that like in a situation where I just need to strong arm a house from somebody. But like I try to tell these landlords, they were not communicating with their tenants. They was just trying to get the hell out, get rid of their properties. And I was taking advantage of that the whole time. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like those tenants that's like that, I'm like, yo, I was giving people $1,000, $2,000 just to move and, you know, start all over. I'm like, look, they're going to evict you. So, you know, some of the tenants, they was playing hardball. They like, I ain't going nowhere, you know. So I still have landlords to this day that call me right now, and they like, my tenants haven't paid rent in 2.5 years.
2.5 years?
2.5 years. They haven't paid rent since COVID.
That's insane.
To this day right now.
That is insane.
So
that's crazy.
It's crazy.
And they had to foot the bill for it.
Mm-hmm. I have houses right now where people are just now getting. It's about to be hella evictions October.
Mm-hmm.
Hella evictions.
So how does that work though? Because like obviously there's rental terms, like as far as like how long somebody's renting the property for. So if they had like, is it 2.5 years, or did the COVID relief allow them to have it however long?
I don't know how they were finessing it, bro, but they were finessing it. So the ones that we were able to get, we did get. The people that were in need that we were able to help, like this is the thing. It was some of these houses I'm making $150,000 profit. Mind you, we doing so many at one time. So I didn't mind giving these tenants $2,500, $3,500. I'm like, look, he's gonna evict you. He's trying to get you out. I said, do you want to start over? I can help you. So I was making so much money. I was giving them money out of my pocket. I don't mind paying somebody $2,500. $1,500, $3,500 if I'm going to sit here and make $150,000.
Right.
So
That's
I was
like,
right. So some of these people, like, they like, all right, cool. They probably use my money to finesse again. They like, all right, we're going to take this money he give us. We're going to go find another rental, put that as our safety deposit, pay $400 or $500, get a moving truck, and they going to start all over. They might finesse the whole nother landlord. I don't know what they did. Hopefully they living happily ever after. But at the end of the day, I was doing what I needed to do to communicate with them to get the house. But some of these landlords, they definitely put me and my team in some bad situations through COVID of, you know, just popping up at these people's houses. They're just making it seem like it's okay. Oh yeah, go ahead in. Go ahead. You know, my tenants are there. They'll let you in. Man, it got crazy a couple times.
I can only imagine, man. Damn, that's crazy. But that's, I mean, blessing in disguise, you know what I'm saying? Because I mean, obviously, like you deal with these issues, but the benefit of what comes from it is great. So you do this full time. This is your job.
Yeah,
like,
this is full time.
Okay, got you. That's dope. Then, so you literally work for yourself. How does that feel? Like not having to wake up and report to nobody. Like you dictate your day.
I don't know. Like I feel like I got a 9 to 5 work ethic. So it's like I'm up early every day. I'm at my projects. I'm meetings with my team, meetings with my contractors. I know like back then when the first joint we did, I think I had like 6 or 7 contractors, and I had probably like 1 or 2 other people working with me. Now we like over 30 employees.
That's dope.
Like
now the contractors, they're like on your payroll.
Yeah.
Okay, dope. So they're not like a contracting company. They're under your umbrella.
Some of them are, some of them not.
It just depends, I guess, what
like
it is.
Just 2 weeks ago, I just got me a whole nother team, and I just put them on 3 houses, and they about to be done in like next week.
Damn.
So
that's crazy.
Yeah. So, but yeah, since then, you know, I got a lot of cold callers. I got acquisition managers, disposition managers, 2 assistants. Shit, it's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's you know, shout out to Real Estate Diddy. He I went to one of his classes back in I think April, and I learned a lot from him. And me and him took a good taking to each other. We really just, you know, some people just vibe, and like that became like my brother. So we talk a lot. But he showed me, you know, he had a, you know, multi-million-dollar wholesale company. You know what I'm saying? And he showed me everything that I really need to do to structure and system the front end of my business, how we was getting so many deals. Because, you know, like I said, I don't deal with real estate agents as far as getting properties and stuff. So we do it. All our deals off market. So when I met with him and we really tapped in with each other, or I tapped in with him, he helped me a lot and really showed me how to go from boss to CEO. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let your business run itself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, automation. Realistically,
automation, bro,
is what you want.
Automation. Yeah. So yeah, shout out to him. He definitely helped me a lot, and that was just in April, and we're now just September.
Yep.
So I think I knew he knew how hungry I was. I'm talking about like we was out there for 2 days in Alabama, and I was just like, bro, I'm about to turn up. Like I got what I need. So I took that 2 days later. I started putting everything together. Probably within a month of him giving me some sauce, I cooked that shit up, and we started getting flooded with deals.
Hell yeah, that's fire, bro. That's
Yeah.
fire. Hell yeah. Now, when you're talking about, I mean, and first of all, kudos to you. That's dope that you are where you are now, and you're still going to classes, and you're still wanting for knowledge. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because the best investment you can make in yourself is knowledge. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
for sure.
All real estate aside, the best investment you can make is knowledge, because that knowledge is going to propel you even further. You know what I'm saying? So,
sure.
yeah, shouts out to you for that, bro, because that's crazy. A lot of people get complacent.
Nah, for sure, man. And I definitely want to do more and start going more. I know, I met some dope people when I was even out there with him. We talked. So, just going into those scenarios, and I was like, yo, this is dope. So I know just going into this year, next year, I'm definitely going to start attending more masterminds, and getting in the room with like-minded people, or people that's actually on way higher levels than me.
Right.
Like, that's what's really motivating. That's, like you say, iron sharpen iron. I know it's going to take me to the next level that I'm trying to go. So like, it's one of my goals was for this year, before the year had ended, was to buy apartment building at least 100 units or better. We still working on that. I think I'm gonna get it done at least by November.
Yeah, no, that's gonna be a crazy bag. You know what I'm saying? Like, renovations aside, like, obviously you won't probably have to throw a big bag as far as renovations concerned. But once it's renovated, you know what I'm saying? If it's done right, you ain't gonna have to worry about shit for a decade, if that.
I just feel like with everything I got now, I just feel unstoppable. It's nothing I can't do.
Hell yeah.
And like, not even trying to be cocky, but I really bust my ass all day, every day to put this team I got together. And of course, we're gonna fine tune stuff as we go along, but there ain't nothing I can't do right now. Like, I know everything I have to do. So if I'm still attending masterminds and still getting sharp, you know what I'm saying, from other people that's sharper than me, it's just gonna make me super sharp.
Yeah, because you never want to be the smartest person in the room. You know what I'm saying? You always want to learn from someone else, and you can learn anything from anybody. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So,
For sure. I learned a lot. A lot of people don't understand. I think I'm at where I'm at today is from learning from other people's failures.
Yeah, exactly.
I pay attention to people's failures and the things that they have went through, whether it's in business, personal life, whatever. And I look at that and I was like, I can't make that mistake.
Exactly,
bro. I can't do that, or I can't do this. And that it was a lot of that with real estate. Before I really jumped in there, I seen a lot of people doing stuff, and I was like, yo, they're doing this shit ass backwards. They're doing it. They're doing this shit wrong. But who am I to tell them that? Because I wasn't doing nothing too much. I wasn't really having no motion in. But once I figured everything out, I was like, I done cracked the code now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, okay, I cracked the code now.
Yeah, that's why I tell people all the time, bro, because people are always like, oh, I'm not going to listen to nobody that, isn't where I want to be, or blah, blah, that, and third. I'm like, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not necessarily bad. Obviously you want to listen to somebody that's where you want to be. However,
but you can still learn from those people.
Exactly.
That's really not there.
You learn what not to do for them. You know what I'm saying?
When it came to hiring, when it came to contractors, when it came to how to run a job, when it came to how to position myself in this business, when it came to having to find deals, I looked at everything that people either wasn't doing or they tried to do and they failed.
Yeah.
I put the same energy into looking at the people that was really doing it the right way and the people that was already at a level that I was trying to get to. And I'm like, these are people I need to get next to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But when you have that and then you have, what to avoid, it's like, yeah, okay. It just kind of gels together. You know what I'm saying? Because some people, they just get around the people that sharp. And like you said, they won't listen to these guys that have been through something that you haven't been through already. And they failed at whatever they was doing. And you're not really paying them no attention. But I like to listen to their failure. I like to listen to how they feel and why they fail. So I can avoid those pits. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So
because you don't know what you don't know.
It's even some people that I that probably don't even understand that I seen where they went wrong at, and I just looked at it like, oh, I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't move that way, or I can't invest that way. I can't. You know what I'm saying? So I just learned certain things to stay away from, and to you need to focus on this. You need to be. You know what I'm saying? So you need to move this way. So
facts. No, I got you. Okay, yeah, and I mean, and doing all this, do you have friends, family that they hit you up like, hey, bro, like, let me hold like a couple thousand, or let me do that, or help me with a house. You know what I'm saying? Like, how bad has that gotten? How do you like tune it out, or do you just like how do you handle that?
I ain't gonna lie, I got a good heart, and anybody that really know me, they know that I'm a real genuine person. For one, I'm really big on reciprocating energy. So any of the homies or friends or family members that may call and ask me for something, I'll give it to them because I know if I was in that situation, they would have me. You know what I'm saying? Has it gotten a little different? Yeah, for sure. Because, you know, people know you got the bag. You know what I'm saying? So they know you got the bag. You know, people going to ask for certain stuff. But I haven't ran into no ungrateful person. Like, I know if I can call any of those guys or whoever, if I can call any of those people today and like, yo, I need the whole 10,000, I need the whole 5,000, I need the whole 50,000. I'm like, come get it. You know what I'm saying? If they got it, they're going to tell me, come get it. So, but has it gotten crazy? Yeah, for sure.
I believe
for sure. It gotten crazy kind of like, because it was like people I wasn't talking to every day.
Right.
Or
right,
not even
right.
just talk to her. Because I got homies that we like this, that we probably talk once a week or a couple times out the month that we'll do anything for each other.
Right.
But it was just like people that we won't really like that. Like, it wasn't no bad blood, but it's just like, you know what I'm saying?
Right. It's like you.
Yeah.
We don't even talk like that. You got the audacity to ask me for something. You know what I'm saying?
But I did have friends that I've just met over the years that just they were just good, genuine hearted people that I know they'll do anything for me.
Right.
That I ain't mind coming through for them, or at least trying to come through for them. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you got to be a good judge of character, obviously. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
Like even just this year, bro, like it's certain things I know I want to do for certain people that just been a part of my journey. They don't even know it. You know what I'm saying? Like whether it's just being there with me or just having somebody to talk to or vent to, like not necessarily saying they had to go out here and do some type of strenuous labor.
Right.
But yeah, there's some people I definitely want to take care of, you know. Some people I just took off. I just made them take off. I got homies now that they about to get into their flips. My mom, my relative, so she got top agent this year.
That's
just
dope.
Top selling agent, top listing agent, excuse me. Just from having all the deals. Got my dad some flips. He flipping.
Okay. Whole family.
Yeah,
That's dope.
Sure. Only person not really not flipping is my sister, but she's getting into like the Airbnb shit. So
yeah. What's your opinion on that? Like Airbnb? Like, do you have any Airbnbs?
I haven't done no Airbnb yet. I feel like it's dope. It's lit. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I travel a lot. Every time I travel, I stay in Airbnbs.
Yeah,
I hate hotels.
Nah, facts.
I hate hotels, like for real. So you know that it's just something I haven't tapped into yet, for real. And that's something that's probably why like a lot of people they ask me all the time, or why y'all never speak on Airbnbs? I'm like, I can't speak on something I haven't done.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. I took classes. You know what I'm saying. I paid for people Airbnb seminars and stuff like that. And I was like, I'll get around to it. It's not going nowhere. You know what I'm saying?
And they're two very different investments, you know what I'm saying? Because you are into the flipping, you know what I'm saying, which is like immediate, you know what I'm saying, within, you know, a few months roughly. And then you got Airbnb, which is like a long term, you know.
One of my goals for this year is to buy a house in Tulum. I go to Tulum 3 times a year. So I'm like, at this point, I need to buy a house out there. So I started talking to realtors and stuff in Tulum in Mexico. And I'm definitely going to buy a house in Tulum, probably Airbnb it. So I feel like all the places I like to go a lot, I should just have an Airbnb there. So, like, say if I want to come, I'll block out my week. You know what I'm saying? But
that's gonna be money too.
Yeah, and it's paying for itself. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I just feel like I got the knowledge now to do that. But far as just like being really gun ho and just let me go out here and set this Airbnb up. No, I haven't been pressed about doing it.
I got you. I want to do it just because I like doing like interior design and stuff like that and like staging. So I was like, yo, I can make I already got the vision. Like, yo, I can make a fire ass Airbnb, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I gotta give me. I was looking at this one property in Richmond. It was a condo. Yeah. It was you had like the overview of the city and stuff like that. It had like floor to ceiling windows all along the side. And I think it was a small room though. Like it was like 700 something square feet for the whole condo. But it was like really nice. I was like, I could really dress this little area up, but I didn't have the money just to put down 20% at the time.
Dope. I started following, like, as my following grew, I started following other people that was on my level and higher. Some people just doing strictly Airbnb, and I used to be so inspired by how they were going there and just, like, they were getting, like, 4 units, like, quadruplexes, like quads and triplexes, and then they will basically make like a little mini hotel. So it was like each unit was a different theme. So
that's fire.
It was super dope. And I was like, yo, that was really inspiring because I know like it was in a major city. So people was really coming out there just to book, just to do content. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Not even just, staying. Like, so it was really dope seeing people actually, put the creative touches on the design aspect. So I knew that's something I definitely wanted to do for sure.
Hell yeah.
I just didn't get around to it.
Nah, I got you. Yeah. And I feel like that's the biggest thing with, what I'm saying, Airbnbs is like somewhere that you can stay that's comfortable, that looks nice. You don't got to worry about, what I'm saying, room service coming in and rummaging through your stuff. Not that happens all the time, but you know, at least for me, in the back of my mind, that's all I'm thinking about. You know what I'm saying?
No,
and then the Airbnb, like you said, it'll pay for itself. You know what I'm saying? Location is ideal. Obviously, you don't want to buy an Airbnb in the, well, I don't know, because it could work in the mountains. You know what I'm saying? Depending on what's up there, like a ski resort nearby or whatever the case may be. But
I was just looking, I was on Airbnb the other day looking at we going to Aspen. I wanted to go to Aspen last year, but everybody was busy and shit. So I'm going to Aspen. So I was just looking at Airbnbs in Aspen. There was so much fire Airbnbs in Aspen. So
I believe as Aspen, bro. Just
so
it gotta be fire.
Yeah, it was dope. It was super dope. I was like, so yeah, it's definitely money in Airbnb for sure. I just ain't, like I said, I think I was been doing so much, I just didn't attack it yet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I got you. So you got, you know, your team set up, your family's making money, you're making a lot of money. Do you have any guilty pleasure expenses that you've accrued over the couple years that you've been making this money?
A little bit. I feel like I deserve it. I think
you gotta treat yourself.
I think, what was it, last year? Last year, jewelry, Rolex.
Okay.
A&R piece.
Yeah, no, that shit is fire. Who did the piece?
B&B Jewelry in New Jersey.
Tough.
It's 30 carats, VS1 diamonds. It's jewelry. The good thing about this, I can write this off as advertising.
Business expense, yeah. That's a beauty, bro. I tell everybody, bro. I was like, if you got anything that you do in this business, get an LLC, write that joint off, bro. You know what I'm saying? Anything.
The G-Wagon, brand new G63.
That joint clean too.
Tax write-off.
That joint clean, boy.
Appreciate it. So it's like everything I've really been buying is really like, I'm just strategically buying certain stuff. You know what I'm saying? I love watches. I love cars. So I'm always going to buy watches and cars. Not no more watches with diamonds. I got plain Jane. So it's just like stuff like that that's going to actually hold its value. G-Wagon is going to hold its value. But I know it's going to some things coming up. I know lately, I don't know if I'm going to do it for Christmas, but I've just been plotting on the McLaren. But yeah, things definitely changed, bro. I ain't going to lie. I was just like, sometimes I'll be working so hard and moving so fast, I'm not even really paying attention. But this last few weeks, I've really been reflecting on how far I came, the things I had to get over, the things I had to go through to get where I'm at right now. And I know I've came a long way, but I know I got a long way to go too. So I don't really get too caught up in, buying certain stuff. I do treat myself. I do like to travel. I do like to eat good. I like going to different nice restaurants. I do like to, buy nice clothes and stuff like that. We all have our things that we like, but I don't let it get out of hand. Like I have so much stuff in my closet that I bought back in winter and spring. You know what I'm saying? That is just like stuff that was just sitting. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't try to get too crazy with it.
Yeah,
just like strategically buy stuff that it's gonna hold its value.
Facts.
But I know some reckless stuff coming up. By the summer next year,
Time for the act up.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit back. I'm gonna, see how things going. It's like, all right, buy this, buy that. But
yeah, okay. I ain't mad.
When I first started, bro, I didn't mean cut you. When I first started, I was like fucking money up. Like when I first started, I was buying dumb shit, buying other people's stupid shit, like just buying everybody's stuff just because I could. You know what I'm saying? Because I got a good heart. I like to, I like to put other smiles on other people's face.
Yeah,
but now, like probably after that whole little first year, 2019 was over, and I just started moving way smarter with my money, buying more rental properties. I started other businesses. I started a few businesses actually. So just strategically just investing, strategically buying certain stuff as I go along. That's it.
I got you. Yeah. Now, so you got the flipping, you've got rentals. What do you feel like is your favorite thing about real estate? Like, is it the flipping of the property, like seeing what, like the vision of what it is and what it can be?
Yeah.
Or is it buying the rental property and knowing that you have that, safety net as far as like, okay, this is going to be rented out. This is going to be residual income for, the foreseeable future.
Kind of both. I started leaning towards more on rentals just this year. Like a lot of people don't understand, like just this year, and because I know this is gonna be a shocker, just this year, I started leaning on rentals and business credit. Like prior to then, I was not worried about neither one. 2021 came, 2022 came, I started just jumping on, just learning as much as I can about business credit. Start learning because I'm like, yo, I'm tying up way too much money. So let me start getting my business credit up. Right. So I started jumping into business credit and I started jumping into rentals. Then I started jumping into Section 8. So I was like, all right, like you said, this is going to be my safety net. So I still pride myself on that, but it's kind of no better feeling for me right now. Kind of, it's just taking a fucked up house and really redoing the whole thing, and like say you walking in like, yo, I really just redid all that. Yeah. To me now, that feeling is kind of wearing off, and that's probably why I'm kind of more focused on longevity. Is because like say the quick money is cool off flips and taking the house from A to Z and redoing the whole thing. Right. But at the same time, bro, I do so many of these so much, and then I got the right team. I'm doing these shits in my sleep. Like, I'm not even taking 2-3 minutes to design these houses. Like, so a lot of people like, yo, who design your houses? Who do this? Who this? I'll be in floor and decor for every bit of 2-3 minutes.
Yeah, bro, I love floor and decor, but that was one of the best spots we got.
Right, for sure. So I go on floor and decor, and I put all this stuff together in probably 2 to 3 minutes. Bathroom tile, bathroom design, everything. So it doesn't take me long, you know what I mean? But it's like now that I just switched up a lot of stuff with my systems and everything, I am gonna start designing things a little different. I feel like this area need a certain touch that people is not attacking, right? Because they feel they can get away with just basic necessities in this area, which you can. You know what I'm saying? I've done it plenty of times. But to me, it may feel basic to the average person. They're like, oh my God, this is beautiful. But it's like, I know I can take it up a whole nother level with designs. Right. So if my guys is still treating me right on the labor side with construction, and it's not really fucking my pockets up too much, over designing, because that's where a lot of people go wrong at, is over remodeling the house. Right. So it's like, if I'm not really doing too much, and I can go sit here and make this fire ass accent wall, or do some fire tile, or do something crazy. And then, like I say, the guys I got now, like, they creative too. So they might call me like, yo, Tone, let's do this. Tone, let's do that. I love that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
because it shows initiative, and they have a vision too. You know what I'm saying? Sure. Like, it's not just like, oh, I'm doing this because it's a job. It's doing it because I enjoy it and I actually see a vision. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I like that now. But it's like, say, it's somewhat the same. I'm always about rentals because, like I said, that's my safety net. Like, my goal is to have at least a minimum of 8-figure portfolio. Okay. It's not gonna take me long to get there because the way we got houses coming in is just, it's not. So I've been buying left and right. Like, I think same month I bought my G-Wagon, I bought 8 houses. We had 21 houses under contract the previous month. I double back bought 12 the next month. So it's nothing for me to, like, you know what I'm saying? Me personally, with the rental thing, I just been strategically buying my rentals in areas that's growing, or I already know the city plans. So my equity is just going to go through the roof as time go along. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, we already getting these houses dirt cheap, and it blows my mind sometimes. So some of these ones, like I say, I got one right around the corner.
Tough.
Like, for real. So, I got one right around the corner.
So that leads me to my next question. How many properties do you own personally?
Right now, we at 7 rentals. And like I said, I just bought all 7 of those this year.
That's crazy.
I just bought all 7. Like I said, before then, I didn't care about rentals. You know what I'm saying? I started getting around people and talking to people that was owning 60, 70, 80 doors. I started getting around people that was owning 1,000 doors.
That's insane.
And I ain't gonna lie.
You got to have a company just to manage that by itself.
Even when it got to that point, I still wasn't really moved because I think I was so still in love with fixing and flipping and wholesaling real estate. Yeah. But after time went along, I'm like, yo, I really need to do this. Now, I'm going to tell you why a lot of people don't understand. People like, yo, you flipping hundreds of houses a year, but why are you only keeping so many? I was in a mindset of looking at, oh, I'm only making $400 or $500 off this door, $400 or $500 off this door, $400 or $500 off this door. To me, I'm looking like that's not no money, but I'm not looking at the longevity of the situation. So you really got to change your mind frame and kind of train your mind like, yo, let that small money just go in the bank and sit over there, keep them fucking houses. Me personally, I was on some shit where I'm trying to make $500,000 to $1 million a month. That was my goal, was capital. You know what I'm saying? So on top of that, I was already starting other businesses that was gonna blow that little rental money out the window. So I
Yeah.
wasn't even worried about having rentals. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna have like 4 or 5 for my daughter, 4 or 5 for my son,
Mm-hmm.
couple for my nieces and shit. And that was it. I wasn't really worried about it. So all these houses that was coming in monthly that I was flipping, I'm saying making 80, 100, 120,000 profit per house. I was running that bag up and just buying more houses and continue flipping.
Mm-hmm.
It started to set in because I started getting certain houses in those growing areas.
Right.
I'm like, yo, I'm getting these shits too cheap not to keep them.
Right.
Like I had to stop myself.
Right.
I'm like, I'm getting these houses way too cheap not to keep them.
Mm-hmm.
So I just started buying rentals this year, bro.
Yeah.
So I know probably by end of this year, I probably at least had 20 to 25 doors.
Okay. Now, if you could go back 2 years, would you do that differently as far as like the flipping and not having rentals?
Oh,
No.
I'm gonna tell you why, because I learned so much about the construction side.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of guys out here that flip houses don't know what the fuck they doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like they don't know nothing about the construction side. So when you soak in that real construction side, like I got bomb ass contractors, but I was really soaking in everything. So running into them problems and having that, and then having this lethal ass construction team. If some little bullshit happened at one of my rentals, I send one. That's $100-$200 fix.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so those little things though. So I just from doing so many houses and people noticing, I have built an amazing construction team
Mm-hmm.
to the point that, I'm not really worried about just doing those little small things with rehabs. I feel like back then it'd have been cool to do a couple of rentals, but I knew my main focus was building capital. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
it was really, really building capital. I wasn't really trying to play with the banks on the refinance and stuff like that. Like it was learning, build your team up, build your capital up. Now that I have built capital and built my team up, it's a cakewalk to go buy rentals now. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I know how to structure my deals for rentals. I know how to structure, as far as everything, as far as construction and labor. So everything now is like I know what designs and know what I'm putting inside my rentals. I know what I'm putting inside my flips. I know what's gonna get refinanced. I know if I do refinance this, what the bank is looking at, what they're not looking at. So now that I have that knowledge, it's easy for me to do everything now. So I don't really regret not buying rentals back then because I could have had 4 or 5 rentals back then or 10 rental properties back then or duplexes or whatever the case may be. Okay, I would have, had assets and whatever, but it still wouldn't have like equated to the knowledge I learned from getting in all these flips and really running through them and actually learning and meeting people that can actually help me along the way.
Right.
I feel like if I wasn't doing so many flips and I wasn't having the systems I had, I wouldn't have met the people that I needed to meet to now go back. So it's just like I go flip 10 houses and I make 80 to 100,000 off all of them, and then that's almost 900 to $1 million, right? So now I done found this apartment complex for 1.2 million. I got to put 20% down. It's just nothing,
Right.
because I got the capital.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So just because I lost those 2 years, but now I just bought 80 to 100 doors in a matter of no time. Because I got the capital. I know how to structure the deal. I know what to look for in the cap rate and everything. So that is like, it's nothing to me now. If I was trying to do that back then with very little capital, you know what I'm saying? It would have been kind of hard.
Right.
So I know what banks to go to get the line of credit now.
Yeah.
I know. You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I know what to do. I know what banks is looking for. Okay, he has this many rentals. We're going to give him a credit line for 1.5 million. We're going to do this. So it's like now I know how to utilize everything
Right.
to take the fuck off now.
Right.
Versus back then, I was just learning the whole shit. I don't knock people for going out here and getting a couple rentals and stuff, but if you're gonna be full-fledged in this like me, learn everything you can possibly learn. For sure, buying whole is the way to go for long-term wealth. For sure. And I feel like that's what you got to focus on. Focus on long-term wealth. Don't focus on the little bit of dollars that's coming in. Don't focus on, I'm about to refi and pull 60, 70,000 out. Like all that's cool, but focus on the numbers and focus on location and just focus on long-term wealth. So you're not getting caught up in what I'm making off of this deal. Of course, you want to profit, a good profit margin, but just don't get caught up in that lump sum. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So that's me now. It's like, because I got capital. I got so many houses flipping. I don't mind going to sit here and go buy 6-7 rentals next month. So now it's like, boom, I go buy some more rentals. I take the money I'm making off my flips, go buy more rentals.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not hurting myself. I'm not hurting nothing going on around me. So it's like I'm increasing flips, increasing rentals, just doing it at the same time, and we increasing wholesale deals.
Okay. So, yeah. No, and that's something a lot of people don't think about is like you get the bulk lump sum. However, they're like, okay, yeah, I got 100,000, but okay, now you got to pay the tax on the 100,000 too. You know what I'm saying? Like you just need to go out to blow that 100,000 or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Or they don't reinvest that 100,000. And then a lot of people just aren't smart with how they move with money. You know what I'm saying? Or how they use it, because the whole purpose is to use your money to make more money. You know what I'm saying?
Like I feel like if you're not really gonna like jump into this on 100 miles per hour, it's nothing wrong with starting out buying rental properties and doing stuff like that. Especially if you get them at a super cheap price.
Right.
But me personally, I took a different stance on everything I was doing. I just did it my way, and like I said, now it's super duper easier. It's just super easy, bro.
Yeah, that's good. Super easy. That's fire, bro. That's fire. Appreciate now, with the interest rates how they are now, man, like obviously, and it seems to me the buying has not slowed down. Like, cause I'll look at a house and then like I'll be under contract within a week. You know what I'm saying? So like, why is that? At least mentally, like why do people still go so hard in the market when the interest rate is like 5.68 or 6%? You know what I'm saying?
Some of these people, they've been around long enough where the interest rates was higher. You know what I'm saying? Like back in 08,
true.
Stuff was like 12 and 18. I'm just going off what my real estate attorney told me. I graduated 09, so I wasn't even thinking about
you weren't even paying attention.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking about no interest rate. Like, so, but I'm just going off my attorney told me. So I feel like they think the interest rate's going to go up again, which they probably is. I feel like they can keep going up to about end of the fourth quarter of 2023. The secret to this is our market. Our market. Bro. That's all I can say. It's our market.
Okay. Now, when you say our market, you mean like United States? You mean like 757? Okay, got you.
757.
Okay, got you.
I feel like it's just cranking.
We're building up. I mean, if you just look at everything that's going on, I mean, you got the expansion of the HRBT. That means that there's a higher influx of traffic. That means there's more people here. You got the military installations here. So there's always going to be people to rent out properties. You know what I'm saying?
Job security is super duper heavy out here.
Right. So I mean,
military is super duper heavy out here.
It's a great market to be in as far as real estate is concerned, because you don't have to worry about all that stuff.
I don't broadcast it because everybody, I listen to all these other gurus and they talking about, oh, invest here, invest there, invest there. Not saying that you shouldn't. I'm pretty sure that you should. I know they're not steering nobody wrong.
Right.
But at the same time, this shit's cranking.
And that means, but also the gurus that are pointing everybody there, that means literally everybody that's listening to them is looking in that location. Yeah. So that means that it's going to be slim pickings, or it's a race to get there.
Everybody's going to your Houstons. Everybody's going to your Dallases. Everybody's going to your Charlotte. Everybody's going to your Atlanta. A lot of people going to Arizona. There's nothing wrong with those markets. Those markets cranking as well. But it's just that our market don't get spoke on. And I like it that way. Stay your ass from over here.
Facts.
I'm having my way. So it's like I'm not tripping, but it's like I feel like our market's bulletproof. I feel like if shit was a tank next week, houses still gonna get sold out here.
Facts.
Just from what you know and what I know. And that's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying? It's still gonna crank out here. Like I just put two houses on the market Saturday. Today is Monday. I have multiple offers on both houses already.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Now, did you?
I was gonna get on Instagram talking my shit today, but I was like, I'm gonna go do the interview first, and then we'll go do that later.
I'm weak. So did you have people that were actually waiving the home inspection as well when houses were flying out the market and stuff like that? I know a lot of times, at least from people that I had talked to that were looking to buy houses around that time, they're going to buy the house, but they had to get the home inspection.
Bro, they was waiving all kind of shit trying to buy houses back then.
That's crazy.
The only problem I was running into back then that I combated with. So back then, right, you had the fucking appraisers trying to battle inflation. The appraisers, so say I got a crib for sale and you come in $30K over asking, but it don't appraise for that $30K over asking. So now I can't get that $30K. So I had that happen to me a few times. But I was like, all right, I got a trick for y'all. So what I started doing was I put in my contract that you must be able to have appraisal gap. So if you're coming $20K over asking and this shit don't appraise, that means you must have that $20K to cover that. Right. I shut all that shit down. I'm like, I'm not about to get fucked by appraisers they're trying to control the market and keep people from trying to, because that's what happened. Like some of the appraisers, they was coming in, cool, they appraising my stuff. But then I had houses that sold 20K. Like I had one house, it was, I put on the market for 260. We got a contract in, no closing costs, 20K over. So it was 280 then. The fucking appraiser came back and appraised the house at 265.
Damn.
So I couldn't even get the 280. You see what I'm saying? So it was then I was looking like, should I double back and put it on the market and just say fuck their offer? And I was like, you know what? I'm making a great deal of money on this house, even with I'm not getting that. Boom, I'm gonna let y'all have that. So what I started doing, I called my realtor, like my realtor, my mom. We get to arguing on the phone for a minute, like you can't do this, you can't do that. I'm like, I'm gonna tell you what I can, I'm gonna tell you what I'm not gonna do. Cause I'm not about to get fucked by these appraisers no more. Like it happened like 2 or 3 times, but I was doing so many deals back then. It was the money was coming in. I'm like, I'm not tripping. You feel me?
Yeah.
You got a good house, I got a good profit, but it's like I'm leaving money on the table due to fucking appraisers. So what we did moving forward, every house that we have, if you was coming 5K over list price, if you coming 10K, we put in a contract, whatever you come over, you must have that cash to cover it. If it appraises for what you going over, cool, you ain't gotta come out your pocket.
Right.
But if you were, so we just put appraisal gap, must have appraisal gap money. So certain houses that people's coming 30K over asking and they was like 15K short. So it's like it appraised for the extra 15, but it ain't appraised for the extra 30. They had to come out of their pocket the extra 15 to close the deal.
And the appraiser is sent on behalf of the lender, correct? Or the loaner?
Yep.
I was using the term right. The loaner, the bank, whoever's giving you the loan for the property.
Yeah, you know, I don't have no control of that.
Right.
You know, we have a lot of little crazy stuff be going on with the appraisers. I ain't really gonna get into, but I know during the pandemic they was really trying to control the market. I don't know who they thought they were. But I'm like, you not about to make me keep leaving this money on the table.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I had deals that they was coming over asking, they appraised. But I had some that wasn't. So what I did going forward from that day, I put that in there. Whatever you going to bet over on that list price, you must have it in your pocket. For sure.
Okay.
And that's how I start really winning for, like, you know, on that.
Okay.
But yeah, I had a couple of little situations. So it's like you what I do is what you go through, you learn how to adapt. And then it's like, okay, how can I get around this? How can I get around that? You know, part of being an entrepreneur is being a great problem solver. Yeah. So that's what I was looking at. It's like, nah, okay, I gotta do this way. I gotta do that this way. So every day, I think like every day, every 2-3 days, I'm fine tuning. Like I'll be just sharpening my team, sharpening everybody, and it's been working.
Okay. Oh yeah, bro, that's dope. Now, a lot of times people would say that, you know, if you buy a property in a rundown neighborhood, you know what I'm saying, neighborhood that doesn't really have a high value, and you flip that property and build it up, it's not going to help the value. What's your opinion on that?
I feel like it's going to help the neighborhood. It's like, one thing I learned this from big business, you can set the comps. You know what I'm saying? So I don't like to do that. I've did it on accident. Like I've went in neighborhoods and it wasn't the worst neighborhood, but there was no houses selling for the price I was selling the house. Got the house sold at that price. And certain investors that's really like scaly like me, they like, oh, we can go over here and invest now. It's a comp. It's a comp over here for 300,000. We can go over here and buy houses.
So use a spark that lit that up.
Yeah, so certain areas I just double back. So it's like even with these last 2 years, I'm flipping houses in the same neighborhoods I was flipping a while ago. I done set the comps up high and go back double up. You know what I'm saying?
True, because if you're doing them gradually, you know what I'm saying, eventually the neighborhood's going to rise with that.
All you need is a house to sell. That house gets sold and they get appraised, you can double back out there and just start attacking. It's so crazy. My very first house I did, I sold for, I think, 300,000 or some shit like that, or 310, something like that. I know I went on the market and somebody built the same exact fucking house right next door. Because my first house was new construction. I ain't do a flip. So they went and built, that house is on the market or sold, I just looked 2 weeks ago, for 420,000, bro.
Damn.
That was the one area that I did property at that I just haven't been able to grab nothing else back in that area.
I got you.
But the fact that something has shot up that, you know, crazy, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying?
No, hell yeah, for sure.
But I mean, you can set the comps anywhere. It's like downtown Newport News. Like the comps was never what they are now.
Yeah.
Like the comps is crazy now.
Yeah, downtown Newport News, that's getting ready to get built up here very soon.
I've been grabbing shit left and right out there.
Yeah, I was about to say
I've been grabbing stuff left and right out there.
Yeah, downtown about to blow up, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
and everything I grab out there, I don't sell. Keep it.
Yeah.
I'm keeping it. Because I know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's dope to see what they trying to do. I used to run around there as a kid, so I'm like, this is super dope. So
yeah,
everything I get around there, I'm keeping that shit.
No, I feel that, bro. I feel that.
Keeping it. I ain't letting nothing go down there. Certain areas of Portsmouth, certain areas downtown Newport News, certain areas of Newport News and Hampton, period. We got a long way to go on growth, but I feel like as long as I'm getting the houses at the right price, I'm good.
Okay.
I tell people like, yo, I always get this question. I don't get it a lot no more because some people just like, the kid's smart, he's sharp. But I used to get like, yo, what's your exit plan? Bro, your exit plan is buying that house at the cheapest you can buy it. That's an exit plan. Yeah. Because when you get in the house so cheap, you have multiple options. You know what I'm saying? You have multiple options of what you can do or you can get out that house. Like every house I have bought in the last 2 years, it was $150,000 profit margin or better. So when you getting houses that cheap and you not putting that much work, you don't have to put that much work into them. You know, that's my exit. Yeah, there's nothing I can't do. I'm buying the right location. So even this one around the corner right here, I was like, I can Airbnb this. I'm like, shit, we not too far from Riverside Hospital. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I can go get I got contracts for Riverside right now, just through my other businesses. So I'm just like, oh, I can go double back and do this. I can double back and do that. But that house I got over there is $90,000 house that I could sell for $260. You know what I'm saying? So
that's crazy.
And I only put $10,000 in the house.
Just for just a quick like facelift or something.
Yeah, I put $10,000 in the house.
Damn.
My contractor mad about that too.
Why? Did you just put 10,000 into it?
Yeah, because he was like, man, I ain't make no money on that. I was like, bro, I don't know what made you charge $10,000 to do that. I mean, what it was, it's not even funny. What it was, bro, we doing so many fucking houses at once. And he like, I had like 4 or 5 cribs that was just like quick flips, like we call them lipstick flips. He's like, I do all of them 10,000 a piece. Cause like we doing volume. So he's like, yo, I do those 4 for 40 and the other ones for this. I'm like, all right, those 4 for 40, so cool. So we do our numbers like that because we doing so many. So I'm like, all right, do those 4 for 40. Bro, I ain't gonna hold you. Them 4 cribs was definitely like $30,000 rehab.
Oh man,
I guess that's how my blessings come.
I mean, was he just throwing the number out there because it's like, you know, this is just what we've typically been dealing with?
Yeah, I think it was just. I think
he just didn't anticipate what was gonna be with it.
That, and I think it was just we're doing so many. I was probably like kind of burning those guys out. It was doing so many, and he's probably looking at what the volume. Right. He's looking at volume. So he's like, okay, I can make a little less because we're doing so many at one time. It'll make sense. You know what I'm saying? So he's probably like, all right, cool. But I ain't gonna lie. I was like, you tripping doing this shit for 10,000. All right.
I ain't gonna argue with you.
Yeah. It's like we just talked about this shit last week. He's like, oh man, I don't know what I was thinking. I was like, I don't know either. Like for real. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but at the same time though, like I said, we do volume, and I treat everybody with respect. Yeah. The consistency is there. Like none of these guys never had a break. You know what I'm saying? Like it's been houses after houses after houses. It's not no I call you in 2-3 weeks. I call you in 2-3 months. We call you when we go do another house. Hell no. Like we running them shits back to 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 back. So it's like, I'm getting a good number. Okay. Like even my guy, like I said, if I was to show somebody my invoice, they like, bro, there's no fucking way. How the fuck? So that, like I said, that combats with where I'm buying. That combats with how low we get in the houses also. So that's how, like, cause it's like, you know, people, you know, the city talk, like my name been on fire for a minute around here, like on this side, the other side, wherever. So certain things got back to me. They was like, yo, is he really making that much off them houses? Like, oh, we think bro cap, bro ain't doing that. People that got around me like, nah, this nigga's really striking these cribs. He's getting them for these prices. Like, I really felt like I never had to prove myself on Instagram to like take a picture of a HUD, but
Right.
I don't mind. The
Mm-hmm.
right person play with me on social media, he can be like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, I'm just showing you one thing. I don't really show too much. I post my houses and I keep it moving. And I got some shit going on. I got some shit going on way bigger than A&R right now. But have I took A&R to a extremely whole nother heights? Yeah. From having students flipping, having students wholesaling, having scaling, fixing flips to dramatic. I was like, it was crazy. I was in the middle of scaling my wholesale business, and I was like, bro, I'm about to flip these.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I like flipping. Like, I don't mind wholesale. I wholesale all the time. We just wholesale 4 or 5 deals last month. I got another 4 or 5 coming up that we about to end up wholesaling. But I don't like to wholesale too many. It's good, easy, quick money. But, you know, like I say, when you got the systems in place and everything good, it's nothing to go flip a house and make the gusto, like the big bag.
No facts.
You know what I'm saying? So, but just being around those guys that is like millionaire, multi-millionaire wholesalers, bro, I learned some shit from them. Like I learned some stuff. Like they showed me some shit. They showed me some wholesale deals. They made 120,000 on. I'm like, damn, I flipped the house and made that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Was it no stress? No, because some of these, I know so many people like they don't flip houses because they didn't have shit structured with their contractors, or they just didn't know what they was doing. And when you have fucked up contractors or don't know what you're doing, you're gonna catch hell. Like, you be ready to fight them fucking contractors. So it's like, when you got a good ass team and everything cool, bro, my shit be floating. Like, floating. Everybody rolling, material on the job. Like, ain't nobody calling me all day. I ain't gotta call them. I know shit getting done.
Yeah.
Like, I'll pull up, check on some shit just to look at the progress. Might post a couple pictures on Instagram, update my followers, update my audience, like, hey, y'all, you know, this is how the house going. We got this left to do. We got this, that, and the third. And that's really it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. Light work, bro. Light work. That's what's up, man.
I try to get my content up.
Yeah, nah, because that's, I mean, really, bro, like, because that's a whole nother bag in and of itself, you know what I'm saying? Because like Facebook and, well, Meta or whatever, they're paying people now, you know what I'm saying? So you get your reels up, you know what I'm saying? You get the reels coming, you're getting more income just from that, you know what I'm saying? You start a YouTube channel, you're getting income from that, you know? So
we got a couple of things we working on. I ain't gonna speak on it because I don't like to speak on stuff unless it's already going. But
I got you.
We got a couple of things going on that we about to work on. My cameraman, like, he been beating me down. Like, yo, we need to be doing this. We need to be doing that. I kind of just fell out of the loop with content for a second. I know at first I was really priding myself on it and trying to drop stuff and do stuff and really be creative and do something different. Instagram really made me discouraged. Even though, like I said, my followers went up. We had reels that went viral, 500,000 views and stuff like that. But that was like some little quick stuff I had just shot, and it just ended up taking off. Of course, you got the right audios and the right stuff. It just ended up taking off.
Right.
But I'm not like, I don't know. People like my content because, like I say, good content is you being your true self. So I just need a camera person follow me around all the time.
Yeah.
So, you know, like me and my cameraman, we was on 2 different pages at one point in time. But then I had hella other camera people in my DMs like, yo, we need to be shooting. We need to be doing this. We need to be doing that. So, when I went to go buy my G-Wagon from, he's a celebrity car broker, bro had the whole team out there. And I was like, damn, this how I need to do my shit. Like, he moving around with his content guys all day. Like, security. Like, he's moving around with them. I'm like, this is what I need to be on. So that was really inspirational and motivating, seeing that because prior to that, it was just, and it's like no shade to nobody, but Instagram was discouraging me because it was so much fucking real estate content on Instagram. I was just like, bro, everybody just like, like flipping and real estate and everything is just trendy right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, everybody was just dropping endless content, and that shit just made me not want to just post or do certain stuff for real.
Feel like what John you
out.
out.
Yeah, it was just like, I'm like, bro, but it's like, you know, everybody's different. Everybody got a different audience. You know what I'm saying? Because there's been times I just want to delete Instagram. Like, bro, y'all know what the fuck I'm doing. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I get so many fucking DMs like, yo, you an inspiration, yo, you motivating, yo, I watch your page every day. And now it's to the point, within this last year, I be out of town. People be noticing me. I be around here. I be North Virginia Beach. I done been DC. I go to DC a lot. I go to Atlanta a lot. People was walking up on me like, yo. I was like, hold the fuck. He's like, yo, I follow you, bro. You be flipping houses, da 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 da. And I'm like, damn. So I'm like, people really is tuned in because I'm going to Charlotte. I'm going to Atlanta. I'm going to DC. I'm going to fucking. I was in New Jersey.
Yeah.
I ain't had nobody do that shit in New York, but all those places, people was recognizing me, and I'm like, the fuck, like that shit was crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, and like one guy, like he even DM'd me. He like, bro, I'm sorry if I made you feel uncomfortable. Like I was in Charlotte. I was in Charlotte in the fucking mall in the middle of the day. It's like 1-2 o'clock. Is the mall damn near empty? I'm coming out of fucking Saint Laurent. Boy was like, yo, you Tone. I'm like, the fuck? So I kept walking. I'm like, this nigga might be op. Like, I ain't got no strap or nothing. I'm out of town. I'm like, yo, I'm about to keep it moving in here. I don't know what's going on. So he like, yo. So I like, fuck, I'm just have to beat his ass. Like, so I turned around and he like, yo, bro, you gotta be flipping. I'm like, yeah. Cause my mind was already gone in. Like, I'm already like on the I'm like, yeah, bro. I'm like, bro, just, you know what I'm saying? He like, bro, I DM'd you, bro. I was trying to book a class, da 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 da. And you know what I'm saying? I chopped it up with him on Instagram. I was like, bro, that's my fault. You feel me? Like, I won't even try. I don't try to come off as like no dickhead to nobody.
Right.
But at the same time, bro, like, I'm used to being a normal person. So that scenario shit, I'm not used to none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's been times we walking out the club in DC. We going to a restaurant. I can't remember what restaurant we was in Atlanta. I'm like, yo, this shit is getting out of hand. And my man, he gassing it. He like, yo, we gotta go get security. I'm like, man, I'm not doing all that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not really worried about. I'm not saying I don't need it, but it's just it's just, bro. I'm just so used to being normal, bro. Like, I ain't like. I'm just flipping cribs. You know what I'm saying? But like you say, a lot of people, you know, I get up every day and I'm showing people what's going on. So they like, yo, this nigga's getting up every day, putting in the work. So it's like I say, motivate and inspire people. And I had to look at it like that. So I'm not opposed to none of that, but shit has definitely changed and took off crazy. And it's been taking me some time to get adapted to all of it for sure. You know what I'm saying? Okay, for sure. Now are you still doing courses? I got 10 spots left for the year. I'm about to double bag. I ain't gonna lie, I made a crazy bag in education, bro. Made a crazy bag, and me personally, I don't like to take a lot of students. I like to take like a nice group and really put in the work to them to turn them up. Right. And then I cycle out and do another group. And that's why people are really becoming successful. Well, my one-on-ones has been a success. My mentorships has been a success. When I was doing those group classes that was like kind of cheap, I was having a ton of people, and then I started realizing it was probably like out of 20 people, it's probably like 5 people that actually take it serious. You know what I'm saying? So when I end up doing the one-on-ones, like, all right, we're gonna lock in. I'm gonna show you everything. I'm giving you everything that I'm using. And then on top of that, I'm showing you all the systems and softwares I'm using. Then I'm gonna give you everything as far as lender, everything. I feel like with that higher price and it just being me and that person, they was really to absorb everything. Right. I was catching, like when I was doing the other little class, I was catching people in public like, yo, what you doing? Like, what's going on? Like, I'm pulling up on scenes like, yo, you good? How's things taking off? And you know, some people like, oh, you know, I'm about to jump in trucking, or I'm about to jump in this, I'm about to jump in photography and just other stuff. And it's like, some people just ain't take it serious. Yeah. Some people dabbed into this shit. I'm be honest, and they was like, bro, you make this look super easy on Instagram, and they thought that they were gonna just jump into this, and it was gonna take off for them. Right. Not knowing all the shit I went through and things I figured out to do it. And it's like I gave people the everything they need. You just have to apply it. But people gotta understand, like, nothing happens overnight. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what kind of fucked stuff up, because I did have certain students that was happening overnight for them. Right. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know how hungry or what they were doing prior to taking my class. I might just have 1 or 2 missing puzzles that they needed. Right. And then boom, they took off. Facts. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I had people that really took my one-on-one just to get the lender. They like, bro, I just want your lender. You feel me? And they took off. So it was just certain missing pieces. Certain people just needed to figure out how to structure deals. Right. Boom, they took off. certain guys that been flipping, doing real estate way longer than me, 15, 20 years, was taking my class. I've been doing this shit 3 years. They like, yo, we just want to learn how to scale. We want to learn how to get more houses in. So I taught them that. Now they doing more flips. You know what I'm saying? So certain people was already had their foot in the door.
Right.
They just was trying to maneuver. You know what I'm saying? But I did have people that never knew nothing about real estate that was just super duper hungry, and they end up taking off too. You know what I'm saying? But it's a big bag in education. Like all those people that I start seeing, I'm like, bro, I know what I'm making. I can only imagine what they're making off the education. I never looked at it as an aspect of the money. I was just like, okay, this is gonna be my fee, but I'm giving you everything you need. But when I started sitting back, I was like, yo, this is crazy. So I'm like, these people that sell online courses and these people that do this and do that, I'm like, they're really making the bag. Like I did an ebook last year. I still ain't dropped it yet. I got a lot of stuff that I did as far as like course content, ebook, all kind of stuff that I didn't drop yet just because I'm like low key a perfectionist. So I was like, I want this to really be affordable, but I really want this for people to get in and do it. And I think I started just getting discouraged just from so much stuff going online. But I got a window that ain't been hit yet with the online courses with real estate. So I was like, I need to attack what hasn't been done.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that's what I'm gonna end up doing. I started doing it like a couple months ago, but we just got another major influx of properties, and I was like, well, let me go do these deals. Yeah, so
I got you. Yeah. That's. I mean, I feel like that's really the biggest issue when it comes to these things is time. You know what I'm saying? Because now your time is enveloped because everything is good. However, your time is now consumed by doing all those things, which is where the automation comes into play. Because now you just freed up all your time. Now you can do other things.
That's
you can
my
spend
problem
time with family,
right there. It's like, bro, I freed up. As soon as I freed up my time, I went and opened up more businesses.
Yeah.
But I did that just to protect me and mine because, like you said, I was in situations where I knew people that was making $1 million a month and stuff that didn't have to do with real estate, other businesses. They wanted to get in real estate.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, well, shit, I'm going to show you how to get in real estate. He like, well, I'm going to show you how to do this. So I'm like, damn, all right, cool. So those people like that they put me in their field and I'm putting them in my field, and now they're doing hella rentals, and now I'm doing what I'm supposed to do in their field. I'm just in a different region with it.
Yeah,
bro, we just gonna keep pulling each other to the top.
Facts.
So what I did, I had stopped. I was like, all right, I did the non-emergency medical transport. Then I did that. Then I had the mental health business. I always big on mental health because the bigger I get and the more shit I got going on, I start seeing how more important mental health is.
Right.
So we did that. Royal Family Services. So and then I got like 3 different services under Royal Family Services. Like, and them shits ain't no joke. So I'm like, yo, all right, cool. So like I'm good here. So I don't really know what else I want to do now. I know once I automate that, I'm probably gonna end up wanting to do something else. But honestly, it's really nothing else I really want to do besides doing like a restaurant.
Okay.
For real.
Like you said, there's nothing you can't do at this point. So
yeah, because it's like I got contract. When you got bomb ass contractors, there's nothing to go do. Like you might call me and say, hey Tone, let's turn this commercial space into this. Call the guys, hey, let's go do this. They're like, all right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm like, it's really nothing I can't do. You know what I'm saying? I know how to structure myself with a deal. I know how to make numbers make sense. So yeah, it's just like whatever I really want to go do, I can go do it. You know what I'm saying? If I want to go do event space, it's nothing to go find a building, right location. It's the same stuff I'm already doing. Right. Call the guys, hey, let's do this design like that. All right, boom. I got the capital now. That's what I was telling you about doing something and building that. I got the capital now. I can go do that. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like if I want to go open a club up tomorrow and it's a $50,000-$60,000 tab or $100,000 tab, I don't mind paying that. Because one, it ain't gonna be that because I got my own contractors that I already got busy. So that tab on that build out is not gonna be what the average person is gonna pay. Right. That's number one. So then I can make it really, really nice because a lot of people don't be want to put too much money into their spots. So it's really nothing I can't go do. But see, the thing is, I would do the same thing like me and my man did. Those people that have successful clubs and restaurants right here, even some of my homies, like shout out to them. Like I would do the same thing with them. I would sit them down like, bro, I got $10K for a restaurant mentorship. I got $10K for a club mentorship. Like I got 3 homies that got clubs and restaurants on over here in Newport News and Norfolk, like Granby Street, all that other stuff. I ain't gonna say their name because I don't know if they want me to say it, but
I got you.
they know who they is.
Yeah.
So some of them already dabbling in real estate. They doing a few flips. So if you, I gotta tell people, if you want somebody to do something for you, find out where you can add value to them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I will call them up like, yo, bro, I want to do a restaurant. Like, show me how to, set up the bar. Show me how to, set up my numbers for this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? Show me how to structure this. And, he might be like, well, Tone, you getting houses like that. Let me get 5 flips. Think I ain't going to give them to him? I'm going to get like, yo, bro, we here to pull each other up. Like, I don't know everything. So it's like, if you know you're good at restaurant and bar stuff, and I know I'm good at real estate, bro, let me help you. If you okay, boom, you doing flips already, you got clubs, restaurants, let me help you scale. All right, let me help Tone get his, let me help him, show him how to set his stuff up. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not one of them people that's scared to ask for help. And I tell, I'm like, yo, I got the contractors. We just built this bomb ass restaurant. I don't know how to run this shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, you got to get the knowledge too. You know what I'm saying? Exactly, but having contractors and having capital, that breaks 90% of the shit. Now it's like you got to go get the other 10%. So it's like, okay, boom. I would rather go find the best restaurant or club owner that I can find, or one of the homies that don't mind teaching me. I'm going to pay him like, bro, here go $10K for a mentorship. Like, I'm trying to rock with you for 2 weeks. Like, show me everything. Food order, liquor license, what need to be, you know what I'm saying? Right. So it's anything. Even with the trucking, anything we got going on. Like, even if you call me and say, Tone, like, we about to do this and do that. We're going to take this whole thing. We're going to go YouTube. I mean, not YouTube, but like, say any large platform, like, you know what I'm saying, you got a contract with. I'm going to help you as much as I can. Like, bro, I'm going to add the value where you need me to add it. And it's going to be vice versa with you. And some people just see and do business that way. You know what I'm saying? Some people is one-sided. And like I said, they're going to take from you as much as they can. But certain people, like, I call you, like, hey, man, I got this situation for you. I'm going to know in the back of my head, I got to take care. I got to do something for that person. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people don't think like that. So everybody that do stuff for me, I make sure I go out my way and do stuff for them too. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's what's really going to keep me in business, is treating people right and doing right by people. You know what I'm saying? That's what really been keeping, and that's what attract more blessings and attract more success for me. Because a lot of people that came around me and just like, bro, you've been doing this shit so crazy and you just got in this shit for 3 years. You got to be doing something right. Right. You got to be treating people right for it to be going this smooth. Facts. You know what I'm saying? You got to be doing good business for it to go this smooth. So it's like, when you actually moving with principles and morals, bro, everything else is going to fall in place for you.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, bro. Fall in place.
Okay, facts, man. Well, shoot, we covered a lot, man. Man. I feel like you dropped a lot of gems, a lot of knowledge, man, that people are going to get useful information from. Yeah. So do you feel like there's anything else that you want to add on a concluding note?
Man, I don't know. For sure. I don't really know, bro. I want people to find their lane, find their niche. A lot of people say I have found my niche in the market. I'm buying a particular I'm buying in particular markets. I'm buying particular houses. Just find your niche. Find what works for you. You know, what might work for me might not work for you. What might work for me might just work for you. But just find your niche and then get around people that's really doing more than you. That's one thing I have learned this year, is just getting into those rooms and getting to those doors and really networking. I had to realize that I had something super duper special going on, because it didn't dawn on me till probably a couple months ago. And I'm like, damn, I do have value that I can add to these bigger companies, or, you know what I'm saying, things of that nature. And I was just like, or these other so-called big dogs or gurus that's doing stuff in different markets. I was like, I do got something I can add. You know what I'm saying? Because I think I was just second guessing myself. And I was like, bro, I'm blowing up. Everybody see what I'm doing. I got something sweet going on. Like, my attorney even noticing. Like, my attorney deals with people that they do whole development, 60, 70. They build in whole neighborhoods and stuff like that. So, you know, people is really like flocking to me. Even the bigger people, they like tapping in with me. So I'm like, yo, I got to stop walking around with a closed mouth and actually start networking. So if I can tell anybody, just network, get in those rooms, the right rooms. Just don't just be trying to get in any room. Get into the right, get into the right rooms and find your niche. You know what I'm saying? Figure out where you can add value at, because people that's respectful and they understanding that you're adding value to them, they're gonna do their best to add value to you. And that's, like I said, certain scenarios, it's certain people that help me out in different stuff with real estate that I know if they like, hey, Tone, I want to tap into this or tap into that, anything that was outside of real estate, I'm gonna help them.
Okay. Hell yeah.
Help them.
All right, bro. And where can people find you at on social media?
Tone Royal _ Instagram. I don't really be on Facebook like that. But yeah, A&R Real Estate Group on Instagram. But more Tone Royal. I'm about to step up with the content for sure.
Yeah, he got you, bro.
About to step up with the content for sure, man. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay, bet. Well, appreciate you for pulling up once again, bro. This is a dope interview, man. As always, dropping knowledge. I appreciate it.
For sure, bro. I appreciate coming. Like I said, it's definitely been a second, but it's like it's been super duper growth since then. Like super growth.
Yeah, no, you blew up, bro. You blew up crazy.
Super growth. It's crazy. Like it's still kind of dawning on me a little bit. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? I still be running around here like a normal person for real. But I was like, shit. But it's a lot of love in the city. Like I don't even pay attention to the hate. The hate comes with the love. So it's tons and tons of love, tons of respect that I do get out. I be out all the time. And I just appreciate it. And people that know when they meet me and they see me out, I'll be like, yo, shoot me a DM or follow me, or bro, like, don't be scared. Like, some people, they get in their pride. They don't want to really they feel like it's dick riding, but it's like, bro, I might be able to really help you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Exactly. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? So even like, sometimes me just hopping out, I guess you could say, just from cars or clothes or jewelry, and people like, yo, what the fuck do you do?
Right.
They follow me on Instagram. And then they follow me on Instagram, they like, yo, I've been trying to get in real estate, bro. I'm just like, yeah, like, I got classes, I got this, like, you know what I'm saying? So people that either know me or heard of me or whatever, I tell people, like, don't be prideful, bro. Just come holler at me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I might really can change your situation. I've changed a lot of lives. I just posted on Instagram yesterday. I said, I changed a lot of lives this year and last year. Not just mine. And that was the God honest truth. I'm looking at other people taking off and doing different stuff, and I'm just like, damn, I'm doing something right. Like I said, everything be a shocker to me. You know what I'm saying? I might get on Instagram and like might say little stuff, but it's all surprising and shocking to me. Even the people that's already been in this game for a long time and they've been doing it, they be like, yo, I ain't never seen no young kid come through like you did and just do all this. Like he said, bro, I've been doing real estate 30, 40 years. I done heard it from contractors and other people. So when I get that, it just kind of remind me that I am doing something right. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, like I said, we just get lost in what we got going on. We not really paying attention to the accolades and none of the other extra shit.
Facts. Yeah.
So it just keeps me grounded for sure. For sure. You know
okay. All right, bro. Well, once again, I appreciate it, man. Make sure y'all go ahead and follow him on all social media platforms. Make sure y'all go ahead and tap in with him if y'all want some real estate knowledge, if y'all want some courses. Make sure y'all tune in.
Man, y'all trying to sell a house. You want to sell a house? Somebody you trying to get rid of a house, call me.
Hell yeah. All right, brother. Appreciate you once again.
Appreciate you, bro.
Hell yeah. Self-Junction out.